Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Disco Elysium. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today as I am not missing drugs. I am missing a bottle of Pilsner, but that's normal. I'm probably gonna... We'll see what kind of tales we're gonna be able to have here. But Kim wants to talk to us. And clicking over here doesn't actually do anything, which
I've been meaning to have a little chat with you about your sense of style.
But my style? What about it?
I'm glad you finally started dressing a little more like an officer of the RCM. Keep it up.
Your half-brother is proud to stand beside you.
You like this? I feel like it's really cramping my style.
You're an officer of the RCM, not some bon vivant. You know the expression, the clothes make the man? The right outfit in the right situation can make all the difference in the world.
Okay, and I'm gonna nod. You're a sharp-dressed man. We could be style buddies.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, detective.
A warm smile.
Anyway, we should probably get back to the case. Let's go.
Why did Kim say that? Right after we had this conversation. What was that all about? Why did it trigger then? Oh boy, it's getting late. It's getting very late. Let's see what I can do. Very slowly. Ooh, so slowly. Oh my god. The slowness. I'm not doing anything. I just clicked once.
Tequila sunset.
He nods in appreciation. Have you got any more urban myths?
I actually do have one. The strangest of them all. But I'll need to fortify myself before I can tell that one. Do you have anything to fortify old Doom Spiral? Tell me you got some story juice.
I don't have any on me right now.
If you find any, I'd be extremely grateful.
What is the conversation that I can have with him about that? I'm kind of afraid I missed that, so I'm gonna reload. It's probably for the better. Have you seen a red-haired woman named Ruby around here lately?
Can't really remember seeing any women after losing my keys.
It's a touchy topic. He hasn't got laid in ages. He really has no idea who this Ruby is, sire.
Thank you, Drama. Always very happy to rely on you. Well, I'll be seeing you. How about you? Forget your name.
The legend! He's back! And thirsty.
He nods.
I got smokes, and piss, and a little speed to spice things up.
Oh, here's some money for a Pilsner.
Bottoms up, Captain.
He hands you an ugly brown bottle. It's not ugly. Brown bottles are nice. Green bottles are better, but brown bottles are nice.
Tequila sunset.
Indeed. Now, will you accept some Pilsner? It's not much.
Not much, but it will do.
He grabs the bottle from your hand and uncorks it immediately.
This last one is the most Martinet story I've ever heard.
He takes an almost comically long swig. Thus fortified, he continues.
I've never heard it mentioned outside of here. At first, I thought it was a joke, to be honest. But I've been on the coast 8, 9 months now, and in that time I've seen at least 3 expeditions come through, searching for something.
A shovel hits the sand somewhere behind the reeds, near an abandoned construction yard. The young men look over their shoulders suspiciously. The sound of their digging seems loud in the sudden silence.
Cryptids?
Magic animals? No, man, this is serious stuff.
Okay. Your lost keys?
Hey! Fuck you, Tequila.
He says, his voice level. What about a place to call home?
No, Tequila. Most people already know where they live. It's guys like you and me that are the exceptions.
Okay. What kind of expeditions?
All kinds. I've seen archaeologists, gangsters, even a bunch of ad agency types. I'm telling you, Tequila, this thing's got a pull on certain kinds of people.
Wait, what do you mean certain kinds of people?
You know, obsessive types. People with predilections.
What exactly are we talking about here?
Some of those expeditions come back after a week or so, looking haggard and dejected. Others don't return at all. The first time I saw one of these expeditions, I thought they were fucking with me. There was no way it could be true. It was just too high concept, even for me.
Wait. There's no way. It can't be. Or can it?
I'm not even sure I should be telling you this story, to be perfectly honest. You're in a fragile state, and it might be too much for you to handle.
Nah, I can handle it.
Okay, fine, I'll tell you. But I'm warning you, it's pretty out there.
His eyes narrow with mystery.
Our story begins at a legendary design studio, right here in Martinez. There was this designer. His exact name is lost to history, but in life, he was a legend. Made it big in Aranya, where he did some real pioneering work on grotesque and sans serif typography. A fucking genius, man.
He takes a swig, wipes his mouth, and then continues.
That is, if he even existed. Who knows? It's an urban legend, after all.
He existed, all right. You feel it deep within your basal ganglia. He was as real as you are.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm talking about...
Anyway, sometime later he started his own personal studio here in Martinez. And that's when he started working on some really wild stuff. I'm talking some glass-smooth, forward-looking design language, the kind of thing that would totally overthrow the old regime, design-wise.
A paradigm-shattering revolutionary?
But then something turned. You see, it's widely known that nose candy and pioneer graphic design work go hand in hand.
Wait, nose candy?
You know Tequila.
He taps the side of his nose twice.
Nose candy, the white railroad, party powder.
The kids on the streets also call it Snow Day.
Sinus salt, the white knight.
Can't see, for its popularity among the aristocratic class of the prior century.
Along with a number of more banal street names. Blow, of course, but also flake, powder, pearl. Really, anything that's white will get the idea across. He's talking about cocaine.
Oh, you mean cocaine.
Shit yeah, Tequila. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
He gives you a comradely bump on the shoulder as a couple millimeters of booze slush out of his bottle. Yeah, makes sense. I, too, need a variety of substances to operate at a high level.
I'm not surprised. Many men find it hard reaching that final level of genius without blow.
So what happened to him?
You've got to understand, the work this guy was doing was so high concept that regular amounts of cocaine just weren't cutting it. By the end, they were bringing it in by the lorry load. Now, as you might imagine, snorting that much cocaine can't be healthy for a regular human, right?
Wrong. Do it all the time.
Shut up, electrochemistry. All the time?
All day, baby.
Hey, Tequila, pay attention. The story goes that one day he was balls deep in work on what he thought would be his pièce de résistance, an advert so minimal it contained neither text nor images, just pure white. Apparently the idea was too high concept even for this genius. He dropped dead right at his desk before he could finish. His last words are recorded to have been, "It's as white as a blizzard of cocaine."
What a loss for the world of design.
I know, Tequila. I know.
He takes a swig, considers pouring some out for this lost genius, and then thinks better of it.
But the story doesn't end there. Supposedly, when they performed the autopsy, the coroner discovered nearly a quarter-kilo of coke jammed into his nasal cavity.
That's almost certainly anatomically impossible. Wrong again, nerd. Where there's a will, there's a way.
That's right. 250 grams of blow had accumulated in there over the years. We're talking high-grade Saramaritsian pure. Not that cut-rate shit your grandma does. There are those who believe the designer was buried with this quarter key of nose candy still lodged in his sinuses. That's what those expeditions are looking for.
The cocaine skull.
The cocaine skull.
The cocaine skull.
Wow.
No.
He corrects you.
Wow.
And why do people think the skull is here in Martinez?
Here's the kicker. This designer, this lead designer of a world-famous design studio, was born in Martinez. A local boy, Martin Martinez. That's why he brought his studio here, back to where it all began. And that's why they buried him here, too. Perhaps right under Ab's pipe there.
He points to the pipe.
Or probably further down the coast, or in some yard in Martinez proper. A hidden mausoleum, no one knows exactly.
No, my grandma always told me his grave lay somewhere on the islets on the bay.
Islets! They're fucking islets!
This is ludicrous
The lieutenant turns to you.
and physically impossible. Sinuses can contain that amount of anything.
My only question is, where does one get a shovel?
What do these expeditions plan to do with it?
The archaeologists say they want to put it in a museum, the gangsters say they want to sell it on the black market, and the ad agency guys say they're seeking inspiration.
Bullshit. They just want to snort it. But you could beat them to it, Harry. You could snort the magic skull cocaine instead.
I'm pretty sure they all just want to snort it, though.
Yeah.
And why wouldn't they, eh? Sounds like right strong stuff.
Rosemary, you said something about islets? I mean, you said islets, but whatever.
Don't listen to him or his grandma. He's just making things up.
No, my grandma told me. I've heard other people say it too. That it's underwater. Or no,
He thinks.
maybe it was the storm sewers.
Or maybe it's in the air, or in an ancient state pyramid offshore.
In a pyramid? Now that would be something.
It would, Inland Empire, but you're not very well developed. What have you learned from the other expeditions?
They're pretty vague about it in general. The gangsters like to claim they're looking for the grave of a friend, with picks and shovels. The archaeologists act all official about it, saying they're conducting serious research. Honestly, I think they're not really scientists, just rich.
Yeah, that's archaeology for a long part of history. Don't worry about that. I don't think we have modern archaeology in this setting.
The junkies, for some reason, are pretty upfront about it. They just say they're looking to snort some blow out of a dead man's nasal cavity.
Fair enough.
Honest men on an honest quest. You should join them.
By now, I'd say I know about as much about it as anyone on the coast.
Okay, I'm convinced. Let's go find it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on just a minute. Finding it right now is literally impossible.
What?
Why?
For one, the way is blocked by that big lorry that says Delta Logistics Company on the side. You definitely have to search the area behind that lorry too, yet it is impassable. And second, outfitting an expedition like that is expensive. It'd have to be a big production to do the cocaine skull justice. You need new gear, people who know what they're doing, all kinds of provisions. It's just not feasible within the economic and temporal frame of our current setup. Matter of fact, unless a bunch of money just falls out of the sky, we might never know what's up with that skull.
I have to agree. We barely have what we need to solve the case we've got now. We can't afford to run around chasing after quasi-mythical pieces of drug paraphernalia. Besides, It would look extremely bad for the RCM to be caught up in something that has the word cocaine writ large on it. The PR is tricky on this.
Damn, that's too bad.
Wait, maybe there's another way. Maybe up around the coast? Don't give up now.
Yeah, well, that's the reality situation for you. Who knows, though? Maybe someday we'll get our chance.
Maybe. Well, I'll be seeing you. I leveled up. And I think I have talked to them thoroughly, which is great. Because look at the time. Did you see the time? I saw the time. Also, I see... That's the... I was going to say, I see that bug over there. It's not a bug. It's the main menu. Because that's the thing. So, we are looking... We're finally doing... Not this. We're saving those for a rainy day. There's going to be plenty of rainy days. We are looking for this. We're going to confront the pigs and get your gun back. Is that what I'm thinking? Yes, that is what I'm thinking. Okay. I need to find... Oh, well, I have no idea where they could be. So, let's speed things along. What?
Put your hands where I can see them.
The aging woman under a mountain of police paraphernalia mumbles to herself and then notices you and reaches for the megaphone.
Show me your hands. This is the pigs. Show me your hands. Right now!
She screams in the megaphone.
Show me your hands! Right now!
Scavenged, battery-powered police lights protrude from her back. The flickering light show reveals a gun in her shaking hand. Her hand is trembling from some sort of neurodegenerative disease.
Madame, please drop the firearm immediately.
You shouldn't be here. Something's very wrong with her. She's completely out of control.
Wait, what should we do, Kim?
This is bad.
The lieutenant whispers.
Getting your weapon back is the priority. We can't have an unhinged civilian running around with a gun.
Comply, or I will light you the fuck up!
She continues to yell as she lumbers about. It's just a standard flashlight, ma'am. Calm down.
Failure to comply. Suspect is displaying aggression. Officer, under duress! Officer, under duress!
Her eyes bulge with terror. Veins protrude on her forehead.
I am the police. Don't move! Don't move! Hands on your head. Suspect is armed and dangerous.
Ma'am, I need you to calm down. We just want to talk.
Lateral vascular neck restraint. Carotid sleeper. Carotid sleeper. Critically reducing blood from passing through the neck of the suspect.
Be careful, detective. Don't do anything that might set her off.
The situation looks bad. Calm yourself. Steady your breathing. This is dangerous. You're 70% certain you always leave your gun loaded.
70% certain. This is the pigs. It's a +1. So we got a hand-eye coordination, a red check over here that I think I might be able to improve a little bit by wearing the right equipment. Please identify yourself, ma'am.
It's the goddamn police shitbag!
She yells into the megaphone.
Hug the pavement! You're under arrest!
As she waves her hands, you notice familiar-looking ampoules and packets sticking out of the mountain of police gear on her back. Medicine or drugs?
Are you on drugs?
Confiscated contraband!
The megaphone makes her voice almost painfully metallic.
Restricted access! 2 kilos missing! Eyewitness report compromised!
I don't think she's on drugs.
The lieutenant whispers.
Being off drugs might actually be the problem here.
Yeah, that's right. We can solve this peacefully. Please lower your weapon.
Officer in need of assistance!
Her eyes dart between you and Kim.
Suspect alert! Get on the ground!
Ma'am, please.
The lieutenant is trying to maintain eye contact.
We want to help you, but you need to lower that weapon.
Let's just talk, alright?
Disturbance reported. Authorized deadly force. Sector, take the shot!
Her head snaps at you.
Big red key! Big red key!
Yeah, this is not getting any better. 58 is not good enough. And the improvement is worth it that I will bring my hand-eye coordination up by 1. And go with this. 72% is pretty decent. Time to get my gun.
She's frantic, confused, teetering under all that gear. There's an opening if you just move fast enough. If not, the lieutenant's got her in his sights. Host almighty, don't count on that. You saw the Binoclad can't shoot for shit.
Gun, I'm coming.
Suicide mag hop. Split-second decision. Eat lead, scumbag.
Did you hear that sound? Unless the game is doing a delayed shot. That is an empty gun.
In your peripheral vision, the lieutenant releases the half-squeezed trigger.
Or it could be that.
God.
The lieutenant exhales loudly and uses his offhand to wipe his forehead.
I almost blew her head off.
What is this?
The old woman looks at the treacherous weapon.
This isn't police issue. Police weapons have bullets. This isn't real.
The gun lands on the wooden planks and tears run down her scratched cheeks.
Police guns always have bullets. What is this? Why did you sell me this?
Grab the gun, right now. This might be your only chance.
I'm gonna pick it up.
No one ever cares anymore.
Her voice is growing fainter as she rocks back and forth, slowly.
Why would they treat me like this?
Poor woman.
The lieutenant holsters his pistol.
We need to figure out what to do with her now.
Nobody's ever around.
The old woman mumbles, staring back at the boardwalk.
Nobody ever comes to visit me.
What do you think happened to her?
She's in a stupor.
The lieutenant replies, inspecting the catatonic woman standing in the dark.
I've seen this before. God knows for how long. Could be days when they get like this.
But why was she like this in the first place?
Honestly, I don't know. Dementia, probably.
He lowers his voice.
Dementia and Channel 8 and loneliness.
I'm gonna nod. Neurodegenerative disease.
Could be.
Agrees the lieutenant.
Her hands were trembling and she did seem uncoordinated. But what are we gonna do with her?
I'm very sorry this is how life turned out for you. I'm gonna touch her shoulder, gently.
Her scratched skin is warm to the touch, but the person inside doesn't even know you're there.
Should we just arrest her?
I don't think there's any need for that. In her current state, and without the gun, she isn't really a threat to anyone. We could let Titus know. This is a perfect problem for the local peacekeepers to handle. They might even know her family.
Wait, I was really hoping I could give her one of those station call slips.
That would just be a waste of paper. I mean, look at her.
His eyes travel back to the old woman.
She's not going to respond to a station slip.
Yeah, Titus sounds like the man for the job.
Then we can ask him once we get back to the whirling. But we have to hurry, because it's late and they might have already gone home. But I think we're done here for now. Let's head out. This is done.
As you turn to leave, the faintest of voices comes from the woman.
Please, leave the radio on.
She mutters. It seems like a reflex, a half-remembered sentence.
Reflex to what? Being left alone? She stands motionless, just a heap of clothes and flashes now. Maybe if you search her once more?
Maybe. So Hardy and the pigs here, I think there might be a choice. I don't know when they leave that place. I think they leave it at 11, not at 10:30. But now we have our Villiers 9mm pepper box pistol. A 3-shot revolving barrel Villiers LaSalle pepper box, typically assigned to officers of the RCM upon reaching the rank of sergeant. The butt of the gun is worn and the engraving on the side reads, quote, "Sunrise Parabellum!" exclamation mark, unquote. This is your gun, no doubt about it. And it is usable. It's a usable gun.
Holding the gun feels natural and satisfying. It's like an extension of your arm, the polished wooden handle almost fusing into your palm.
I think my hand recognizes it.
It reminds you of the day you first held it, with fear and respect, hoping you don't have to use it in vain. The sun was out in Jamrock. It was so long ago. Sheathe your sidearm, officer. A serious law official, cop by the book, should know to only unholster their service weapon when using it is unavoidable.
That is a quite interesting principle there. Can't interact with it, I don't think. Yeah, it doesn't work like that. And we are out of time for the day, so we're gonna need to search the cops in the next episode. For right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Disco Elysium. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.